Colleagues, I believe that under your leadership, we have to be transparent because that's the commitment you have made to the Liberian people. If the communication from the minister is here and there are attachments being referred to in the document, I think it would be appropriate to pass those communications to us, give us time to peruse it, and then next time we'll come and discuss it. So therefore, I ask that this letter be tabled, communication distributed, and then the hearing will be rescheduled as submitted.
I'm afraid Honorable Bility is quite correct. He shares the opinion of the chair. The communication will be noted. The clerk is advised to distribute copies to the members, and that communication is to be referred to the committee on sports when it's so convened for further deliberation and report to plenary.
For the issue about Mr. Peter Dog, we got no idea on Mr. Peter Dog. It is proven and it is reality in the community. When you go there, people tell you that we have been eating dog.
Why you people kill this dog?
It is false. In fact, when we went to the police station, we had a conflicting statement.
And who had the conflicting statement?
The both of us, the complainant and that of the people that were accused.
One ground that you could eat his dog.
When we went to the police station, we were marginalized. We brought bread to the court with our statement, written statement.
So then listen to the statement you provide to the police.
The statement for me, we provided to the police. We told them that it is true that we ate dog yesterday.
If I hit dog, you people ate?
It was not hit dog.
So which one the dog you people ate?
The dog we ate, we bought the dog from West Point, from one of our friends. And in fact, the dog that we ate, it was dog that was killed in the net time, and the guy roasted the dog.
Then you put two police investigators and you put bought the dog from West Point. And then when you put were told, let go West Point, you put couldn't identify the person you put bought the dog from.
We went to West Point. In fact, before going to West Point, we went to his one of Whitney Hall, and the person was not provided. So what we did, we went to West Point. When we went to West Point,
the person who claimed that you put brought dog to the court?
For sure, the person was not provided. It was later on the person key. When we went to West Point, the guy that we bought the dog from, we could not find him. Probably he gone to one of the more business. He's a human being.
He claiming that this is not the first time you put killing his dog.
That's a false allegation. If at all we go to the law and he proves all guilty, we will waiting to be facing justice. So if we go to the law and we are not found guilty, we'll sue a lawsuit against him. Yeah.
Even though you put a dog, but it was not his dog.
For sure, we know Mr. Peter's dog.
But then why do you think he leveled any allegation against you people?
The reason for which they made is leveling allegation against us. Yesterday, when we went to his house, because his brother in question, okay, David, that brought us here, have $50 United States for me.
And you refused to pay the money?
He refused to pay the money for me.
So based on that, he claimed that you put the one that ate his dog?
For sure. When the police and myself went to the house yesterday, for him to repromissory note that he will pay my money next month, May. After we left on that, he was claiming that the time we left on that, it was the time his dog got missing. So that is, when we left on that, we left along with the two police officers. So we are not the only one that will be accused. Then that is the two police officers who were accused that we all carried the dog along.
Who are already admitted that you people can eat dog. Why are you people always eating domestic animals?
For me, I eat dog because from my tribal background, we don't have any law. And dog is a meat. When you
tribal background,
I'm a grown man.
Grown people eat dog.
Grown people, I can tell you that grown people eat dog. But human beings eat dog. What a pet man, give me man. I don't have a law of eating dog. So it left with me to create my own law. Say I can eat dog. But I'm a human being, I choose to eat dog.
So your law is to eat dog.
I don't have law on eating animals. I eat all animals. One, it is eating by human being. I can eat it.
So you can eat snake too.
Even snake, I can eat snake.
You eat cat.
I can eat cat.
You can eat rat.
I can eat rat.
So you eat dog.
I eat dog.
You did not eat his dog.
I did not eat Mr. Peter's dog. Neither any of my friends ate Mr. Peter's dog.
And you are confident that you can prove yourself innocent in court?
For sure, yeah. Off.
So you could not eat no other animal besides dog?
Eat all animals that eatable by human being, as I said to you, except when I choose not to eat it.
And you don't have no regret in eating dog?
For sure.
He gave me the money to send over business, but I used the money.
So how much the amount that we're talking about?
$18,500 US.
Why you took such a huge money from your boyfriend when you gave me to make business and then you put it into your own use?
And the reason why I lost that money because he very mean and serious and used that money. The reason why I did it.
So what is the name of the boyfriend?
And even done.
The one you did it was correct?
It was bad, very bad.
So tell people listen to you. Why you really did with the $18,000 United States dollars?
I club for the money. Buy material things, Google things. I club for I carry my friend out.
So what are some of the places you carry your friend?
It's uncountable, Papa. I get up in the morning, more wines all over Granta. I used to go boy found really say I get primary church.
18,000 United States.
Yes, I'll definitely way.
So now you have been brought to court to be prosecuted. Are you prepared for the prosecution?
Oh, I said, Baba, I said for it.
From the way you're talking, it means that you have no regret.
I get regretting.
So you're willing to serve the jail sentence just in case you sentenced for maybe 25 years.
They won't get me there for 55. I said, no problem.
Your name again?
My name premise for that best slow.
Where do you live?
I'm the second.
What is the name of your boyfriend again?
If I don't.
So how old are you, promise?
At 25 years of age.
You are younger.
Very young.
Very beautiful.
And beautiful.
Well, nice talking to you.
There we go. On this lovely first day of March. Good morning, folks. Good morning, wherever you are. Whatever you're doing, a very pleasant good morning. In life, you have to remember the people who have done good things for you in the past that you could not do all by yourself. Bobby Addison, Wanton Staffer, and Allah, our former speaker, Dr. Buffer Chambers, always making sure that we get his voice for your listening consumption. Good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Again, I say to you, in life, you have to remember the people who have done good things for you in the past that you could not do all by yourself. That's life. Welcome to the Truth Breakfast Show, the Friday edition of the TBS. The name is Augustine Saah. I prefer that he scored 8 years. And of course, I'm here alongside Korries Karngar, the Bassa boy. And sometimes I tell people it is good that you be identified by your identity. And of course, it's March 1, 2024. Those of you monitoring us this morning, like Augustine Tapia, Edwin Kokolume, my dear nephew, Tano Fokba, my nephew. All of my nephews I following this morning. Andrew Korries, Carter Flomo, Darius Johnson, Dr. Thomas W. Taylor Jr. They all following this morning through our live Facebook page. That's great for you. Afra A. Dennis, that's Afra Harris, Michael Noah, Momo Yan, he's always following this morning. Chairman, how you doing this morning? Chairman Momo Yan, good morning. So again, I'd like to say good morning, welcome. And let me say good morning to the peace-loving people of my Gibby County. How you doing this morning? The eyes are all on the Executive Mansion website to know where the sons and daughters of my Gibby County will be placed in the broadcast administration. Oh yes, the ears are all opened to various media outlets to hear the names of sons and daughters of my Gibby County that overwhelmingly voted. Yeah, quite overwhelmingly because he won the CDC in the elections in the county. That overwhelmingly voted the black icon ticket. That today they are seated at the Executive Mansion making decisions on behalf of the Liberian people. They too deserve to be part of the cake sharing, and that's good for Liberia. All hands on deck. There's some programs that all hands on deck. Huh?
Yeah,
good morning to you, my dear friend.
All hands on decks.
English is a good thing.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Sometimes you take off time and do some research. Sometimes when you hear the word, you know, you may not know the word, but when someone pronounces the word, it's just good. Sometimes you go and do a follow up, and the Google make it easy for us. When you put in the word, sometimes they help you pronounce the words. And you know, and you found the spellings as well. Good morning, my dear friend and brother. How you doing?
It's good to be here. I can say once again, good morning.
I do it this morning.
Yes, I feel the energy this morning, and I don't know where it comes from, but this is not strange. This is a normal energy that we always put in once we are here in the morning, especially we see Friday as our one of the best day, and of course. If I go for a house up to Liberty, congratulations. You follow him. I did yesterday. I mean, King Dennis son deal with Orange GSM as a
that's one of my weaknesses. I'm not a good entertainer, right? I really do not follow entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't follow. That's one of my weaknesses, and I've tried to be somebody that will follow entertainment. It's just difficult for me, man.
Yes.
You know, I used to the critical writing, the critical talking, and not just entertainment. I mean, no disrespect to people.
We both follow entertainment. Follow the regular political activities.
They think about it. When I expressed interest in becoming a journalist in 2008, I could not get the space if I have told the manager then. The manager is still manager of the station, Kemo Dennis, that I want to be a DJ. There was no space for anybody like DJ at Stone FM. So I said, they asked me, do you want to be a DJ or you want to be a reporter? I said, I want to be a reporter that will contribute immensely in the newsroom. In fact, I want to be a news presenter. Yeah. If matter of fact, I was the one heading the press club at the Division 44 Junior High School, Firestone.
Oh, doing the days.
Yeah, doing the days. Yeah.
Read the script on the sheet and then stand to be able to read.
The records are there. I strengthened the press club there.
Yeah.
Not just there, even at the Cali school, I did the same. Jesus Christ Cali High School, I did the same. And I mean, the records are there.
Yes, you know, any
I just been in the writing area.
Yeah, that's why that's one issue that been faced by a lot of young people want to get in the profession. We ask them, why you want to do? Oh, but man, I'm the announcer. I'm the DJ. Anybody can be a DJ.
No, anyone can be a DJ.
Put in here. But it's a look for people, that can contribute something at the end of the day. Disregard it, but you can play music, give requests to everybody. They want people that, when the news director sees that person, the news director believe and will tell management, say, this person can do what we've been looking for. This person got a quality. Other people that go are writing, they don't read, or they can read, they don't write, but they still make a positive impact in that department. You know, so it's good. Sometimes entertainment follows. Sometimes our gadgets, you know, I follow Jesus most of the time. He came for a recent trip. I think Kenya, he came back to Ghana. I follow his performance and what have you. So when I saw honorability, you know, disclosing about that science ceremony, I was like, yes, you know, this is a great opportunity for King Dennis. He got to really do his best.
But one thing I can tell you for sure is you never know the importance of your perfection until you maybe you get to another position in life.
And we'll pray that.
You know what I told somebody yesterday? I remember in one of my classes when I was doing business law, and then the professor doing her introductory statement, she said, "Oh, this class you have to write, you have to express yourself," and you know. So I said, "This is what I love," you know, and trust me. I said to somebody yesterday, I said, the day some of us were opportune to serve in another capacity, we are not going to be waiting for our office staff to be crafting communications for. We will craft the communication and give it to our secretary to Jeff. Because we have the power.
Yeah,
we know how to push the pen.
That's one strength that one of Jivon Smith from Rivers Scandal had at the level to sell it. You know, you come from the media background, so I followed the complimentary hearing when President Barker appointed Jeremy Pia. He appeared alongside Dano Sando. You know, Sando is the assistant minister for technical services. So Dana is replacing Daniel. The guy that was there was called Daniel Thomas. So Daniel Thomas is leaving now. Daniel Sando is coming. So it's Daniel and Daniel.
D continues. So but it's good. Anyway, it's good. And so we are encouraging those of you. This perfection is a unique one. And let me tell you, if you get into this perfection with your heart, you're going to do better. And when you're in this perfection, you don't think about you going out of job, especially if you do it, if you really know, like you don't think like going out of job the way people are appointed and in a treatment of an hour they relieve for their position. So let me tell you, one thing I can tell you for sure, if you do this perfection with your heart and you got all it takes to be a very good reporter, even if the way I'm speaking to you now, even if you were working with Truth FM and Mr. Laibede say he doesn't want you at Truth FM anymore, I mean, you're going to have several alternatives, and you can leave at any point in time. And besides, you can do better. And that's the uniqueness of this perfection. Those of you who are coming from high school, take this perfection as a unique one. Those of you who have expressed interest and you've gone to the various universities and colleges to do mass communication, this is a unique perfection. When you put all your time into it, you care less. You don't want to know as to. I mean, the way people talk to you, the way people treat you, you know what you're doing.
And a normal traditional news writing fact that way people want is even leave when they go with Ghana and Nigeria, you will stay there. You see, you go through that same trends, that traditional news writing, you know how to structure. You will know the tradition. And don't say come on wait to them before you know definitely you do.
With 7 minutes up to 8 o'clock, let's give you the rundown this morning. At 8:15 this morning, we are hopeful to have Representative Marvin Cole here. And of course, Marvin Cole followed by Representative Smo Moba. And of course, 9:15 this morning, 9:15 we'll have Representative P. Madrick. Representative Marvin Cole is from Bon County, District number 3. He's from Bon County, District number 3. There are a lot of allegations. There are a lot of allegations. There's still hooting and pulling between him and that of the Senator Prince Moi. Representative Marvin Cole believe that Prince Moi is not trending the right way. He's not on the right path. In fact, he's divisive. I mean, he goes after people, wanting people for their jobs. He takes people off their jobs. He goes about playing his what he call politics with the lives of people. He even instigated, if not supported, violence. If not protest that took place at the Bon College, the Bon Technical College, that Representative Senator Prince Moi's hands was behind the violence. If not violent protest, was that violent? No, I think protest. It was just protest because we didn't hear any.
That he politically supported.
That he, Senator Moi, we were supported, though he refuted the allegations. If not, that he has never supported out of protest in the county. Representative Marvin Cole has also resigned from the county's caucus on grounds that he and Senator Prince Moy,
he had a position there. at the level of the caucus?
No,
You
he's
were
a
a floor member.
Yeah, he's a member.
By floor member, how would you resign from the caucus? One elected as a representative officially, you know,
according to
member
him,
of the caucus.
According to him, but he will say more when he comes. According to him, it is not a constitutional mandate that you must have a caucus. They just, I mean, legislators thought it wise that in order to work in unison, in order to work together, they should form a body, okay, a caucus, a body. So that's how you get the various counties caucus. So he resigned from the caucus on grounds that he and Senator Moi, they don't see one another. I mean, they don't have the same ideology. They are not working the same because Senator Moi allegedly, according to him, goes about hunting people, getting them off their job. In fact, Senator Moi even mastermind his removal when he was city mayor in Bond County.
That's a whole lot of issues.
It was Senator Moi who even spoke to former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to relieve him of his position, and he was relieved. Thankfully for him, as he said, when he took on the challenge in 2017, he was elected. 2023, he was again re-elected. So now that Senator Moi is chairperson of the caucus, he believed that he cannot work with Senator Moi. His life is important, and of course, his family life is important. So as such, he deemed it necessary to resign. So Representative Marvin Cole will be here. Of course, like we said, 9:15, we will have Representative P. Madrick. Representative P. Madrick is from Maryland County. He's one of the Marylanders at the legislature that was re-elected in the 2023 election. And yesterday, we have the speaker constituting a specialized committee to put the saga of B Mountain, the issue of not living up to the contractual agreement, the issue of B Mountain allegedly being involved in the bad labor practices, B Mountain not implementing the agreement as promised. So the specialized committee was a structure headed by Representative Dixon Sibo, and the committee has started work already. So they went there yesterday. Unfortunately, the only problem I do have with the committee is this is the first time since I started to cover the legislature. This is the first time the committee proceeded yesterday going to do such an investigation without going with some independent journalist. Perhaps they only went with the House Press Bureau.
The House of Representatives.
They got a press bureau. The House of Representatives.
But the senator can go with those. I mean, signed reporters.
But I think it's unique that you go with independent minds journalists because it helps you to give out the information to your people. But again, they know what they did it for. Why they didn't go with journalists. They know why they did it. But journalists were already there because I saw some of my colleagues. I remember children, my brother, friend, children from Prominent friend told me for us to go, but I never had time. But I think it would have been prudent for the chairperson on the committee, the special committee, Dixon Sibo, along with the House's press director, Martin Hayes, to ensure that some independent journalists go with them so that they will report from their own perspectives, from what they see and what they hear from the people as well. And not just what the lawmakers will come and say. Because it's often sometimes it's speculated that they go to these investigations and sometimes they compromise the interests of the people. So that was done. But the issue of President we are being denied VIP lodge, specifically the presidential VIP lodge, it's not just a VIP lodge, but the presidential VIP lodge is also another topic. The former speaker, Dr. Buffer Chambers, feels that he has a different view on it. And of course, including the issue of
McGill spoke on that issue as well.
He believed that McGill and others should not even be calling for what you call presidential, investigation, because it's clear that presidential VIP lodge and President Weah is not a presidential. He's not a president because
that's the understanding. That's the issue that others faced with now. That the man, he was president before. He was on administration. They understand the leak up implications as relates to the issue.
President Weah has turned over the executive mansion. Can President Weah just leave his house any morning or any evening hour and just go to the executive mansion, enter the president conference rooms? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have that right. That authority anymore. She has a right. Because it is only a privilege for him. Yeah? It is only a privilege for him
Well, is he aware of the law that exists that call for that? That if you are a former president, you have no jurisdiction, no authority to pass through this executive law. He's aware of it, or he just want to text the
and not just him, including Senator Nathaniel McGill and the likes of Akawa Grace and others should be in the know that President Weah does not enter the executive mansion anytime, anywhere. I mean, he does not go to the executive mansion anywhere, anytime, as many of them think. Because in a much, the very day he turned over the mantle of authority, his authority and whatever position in your life as president was taken away. So he can only be recognized as somebody who served the nation and somebody at the highest seat, you know. But for you to say he can enter the executive mansion, oh yes, the president Weah goes to the executive mansion, he has to pass through the protocol. Yeah. Protocol. If he goes to the not during his standing now, President Weah at this time in Liberia, if he goes to the executive mansion, you have to pass through the protocol. The protocol will have to ask President Joseph Boakai as to whether President Weah can sit in the conference room and do as far as he thinks.
I was informed by somebody that the only individual in this country that can do or that may and can have access to that law is one day, apart from the president, the vice president, the speaker, or the Senate Putin and the deputy speaker. I think about 5 persons in the country that can only have access.
The presidential law?
Yeah. Yeah, they mentioned the deputy speaker. They mentioned the speaker. They mentioned the Putin, the president, the vice president. I think one more person. There was a huge. The issue started when that thing happened at the airport. There was a series of calls. Even they called Dayu, our colleague Dayu, from the airport there to ask him about the situation. We already stopped the president, former president, now to have access to pass through. The presidential lodge. It was something that other people. We took a different way. They showed their respect to President Weah. It was unfair to him. And I said to somebody, these things, not everything will blow out of proportion. Sometimes people need to provide education. How this thing works.
You are employee at RCA. Does it give you the right at any point in time to just go to the technical department, enter the technical room where the transmitter are?
It's not possible.
No,
it's not
because
possible.
The first thing you do not have a technical knowledge. Look, the thing is specific. Right, you got it right to come to the studio because you are an on-air personnel. Okay, you are an on-air personnel.
No, let me get an example of that.
You are an on-air personnel, and besides, okay, the work you do is directly connected with the radio. No, the thing here is, if there are VIPs or if there is a VIP, for which I know there is a VIP lodge at the RRA, the president is entitled to use that VIP lodge. Okay? He's entitled to use it because he is a VIP. But the one they call the presidential VIP lodge, from my own understanding, because it is a simple understanding, it's just a simple logic for anyone to understand. It can only be at the will and pleasure of President Joseph Boakai. For me, I think that President Weah can use that presidential lodge. It can only be as will and pleasure. Because they said presidential law. They did not say VIP lodge. They got VIP lodge. So the VIP lodge is for any reason that President Weah was allowed to use the VIP lodge. There should be no noise around here.
This is just Africa. I don't know. I said somebody, what would it take from those assigned at that place that the president just arrived at the airport. He said pass it through the lodge. Get in his vehicle. Come right home. What will it take? What different will it do there? If you just say, okay, chief, okay, you can pass it, but chief, they place down according to the information and by directive, this place can only be used by the president. So, President Weah wants to pass again the very next time. Okay, chief, there's a way in which you have to let the person know. He says, step there. He's still respected in the country, though. There's a form and manner which you will be able to express. He can pass through. Then you have to speak to his protocol or the person close to him to say, chief, they want. But no, this is Africa now.
Korries.
So what?
I have traveled through that airport. I entered that terminal. I went through the airport. The VIP lodge is not meant for you and myself.
Ordinary citizen for the.
It's not meant. That's what I'm saying now. Honorary, it's not meant for you and myself in our current positions. In as much we are citizens, we may be travelers. We have access to using the airport, but the VIP lodge is not for you and myself. The VIP lodge for people that the speaker, the pro tem, I mean, maybe chairperson on executive committees, maybe the lawmakers. Yeah, maybe the lawmakers. If for former presidents, Eddie Johnson Sirleaf, President Joseph George Weah, if for them, if for I call former Vice President Joel. For me, I just believe the VIP law is for people to them. The presidential law is for President Joseph Boakai.
Hello.
Yes. And we will talk. That's why there are many who don't want, but no problem. Let's bring you the reviews of the local dailies. We have a few talking points here to stretch just before we take your course. Let's bring you review of the local dailies. Korries, you have to get us the theme song quickly. You have to get us the theme song for the review of the local dailies. From there, we bring you. So we are expected to take on Representative Marvin Cole, the chairman on labor. The chairman on labor is Small Mobile.
Okay.
Small Mobile. He's Small Mobile of District 3. Is that 3?
District 3, Maserado.
Is that him?
The man that defeated City Bashir. And somebody confided in me that former Representative Bashir is not willing to take that appointment that was given to him by the president, though. But yeah, seriously. High profile source told me that the people is not happy.
Okay.
So maybe I think there will be, some decision taken that different person will go in that play. But the person said the chief is not willing that specific area he wanted to go. And they made this area to me that Bashir wanted to go though, but he still when he got his nomination to that position that he go to community, the guy said that the chief confided in him that he don't think that he's gonna go there. Okay. But
yeah, so the chairperson of labor, Small Mobile will be here. Shortly he will be here. Of course, but we will speak over the Dr. Buffer Chambers, former speaker of the Republic of Liberia, on the B Mountain issue. We'll take him briefly on that B Mountain issue. A lot of things happening in this country. We got to be careful where we are heading. We got to be careful. A lot of things happening. So you found our team song, yeah?
Yeah, I think the man has changed the name from the year.
Okay, so we got two local days right here.
Go through that too,
we got two local days, and of course, the two local days we got here. We got the Heritage newspaper. We got the daily newspaper are here. The hour here. They are more. So we got the New Republic newspaper. We got the Front Page Africa newspaper right here. We got New Dawn. And of course, we got also the Heritage newspaper right there on the Truth Breakfast Show right here on Truth 96.1. So let's bring you the front page of the New Dawn Republic newspaper. I say prostitutes. No, this is now. Is that the Heritage newspaper? Senator Moise vows to resign if state challenge a colleague, a comrade, Marvin Cole, Senator Moise vow to resign if Chamber of Mines boss wants more focus placed on mining sector. Wow. And of course, the Front Page Africa newspaper is a protest turns bloody in Kinjor. Yeah, we've seen victims of the chaotic situation in Kinjor yesterday being placed at the Front Page Africa newspaper. Let's get to the New Republic newspaper. Hooliganism. It says here, this photo is being placed here alongside a yellow machine. I don't know why it tries to portray it. More drama overturning positions, Saka. More drama overturning positions, Saka. I'm seeing the photo of Vanessa Olivia. Why is it being placed here? Lawmaker threatens lawsuit against China Union. Managing director photo is being placed as well alongside 40 family photo right here on the New Dawn newspaper. The back page of the New Republic newspaper says CDC takes government to task. Why for the Koji and that of former President George Weah photos are placed on the front page of the New Republic newspaper. Under the caption, CDC takes government to tax. What for? We shall establish that. You just need to buy the paper so that you can read detail for yourself. Protect the peace. Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow expresses, protect the peace. And of course, he's been placed on the front page of the New Republic newspaper in an expressive mood. He's been placed here. Crouching rocks for survivor. And I see Manos here. Croatian Rights for Survival. Manuals here, Croatian Rights for Survival. That does it for the review of the local days right here on the Truth Breakfast Show, Truth 96. But this coming from the Daily Observer newspaper. Protests at B Mountain turns deadly. Protests at B Mountain turns deadly. Uncertainty hangs over 10 officials. Wow. This thing, it has the Supreme Court need to come in now. House concerned about delay in submission of 2024 budget. Wow. The Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, Thomas alongside the Speaker, Fonatikova, the place right here on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper, the back page of the Observer newspaper. LNP dispatches investigative team to restore crime in Kinjal. Hope everything is going well now.
Is it NPP or NP?
NP.
Oh, okay.
NPP got any authority to dispatch security?
Now,
they said new EPA, please, with new EPA, ED, Executive Director, please, with lawmakers for political budgetary support. Wow. Wow. That support cannot be realistic. So that's it right here this morning on the Truth Breakfast Show. And of course, it's we're going to take is the chairman level already yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so you up in door.
No, I want to show you something.
Yeah, right. Let me give you so 07762966659. 07762966659. The numbers this morning.
077676460. 0776764650. You can call us and we will take you on the line this morning on the segment Talk to Your Leaders.
Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine, and let me say good morning to Korries, Karngar, and to the many listeners and viewers on the broadcast. My name is Aloysius P. Flomo Jr., and I currently join the discussion from the capital city, Monrovia. Augustine, firstly, let me condemn the act exhibited in Grand Kitmore County and express my deepest condolence to those individuals, family that lost their life. But Augustine, this morning, I called to speak to the president, most especially when it comes to the issue that has to do with appointment of officials in his government, most especially from Maigibi County. There is this rumor circulating, Augustine, in Maigibi County that the president wants to appoint Mr. Abel Plaki as superintendent. Look, Augustine, we need to be very serious and speak to the president on this issue. Yes, we agree that Mr. Plaki has a root or a foundation from Maigibi County, but you have people that campaign vigorously, people that spend their hard-earned resources for the president.
So it say the president is doing appointment on that basis?
Correct. It's not just on that basis, right? But holistically, up to current, there is no individual, most especially those that have the connection and the relationship with the people from Maigibi County.
So is Abel not connected to the people of Maigibi County? Is he not connected?
No, this man will all due respect live in Monrovia County here.
But he's connected. I know Abel parents. I know Abel parents.
Yes.
I know Abel to be somebody from. Let me talk to this person. I know Abel to be somebody from Maigibi County. His parents live there, so I don't know what you're talking about. Why you think somebody is more Maigibian than the man? Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Leah, Bobby Addison calling from Silvertown.
Let's hear you.
Good morning, Korries.
Good morning. Good morning, Chief.
What the issue about Big Mountain remind me of what they simply was sort of condition that brought a split between former Speaker Buffer Chambers and Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf when Gato Doe was gunned down, was killed by ERU, and Dr. Chambers spoke against it. Even when he served as Speaker, I remember this Big Mountain issue. He was strong and was concerned about it, that you, Augustine, and the rest of the team was there, and the lawmakers were disrespected. So I hope this 55th legislature would do the best that they can to make sure that they do all that they can for the people of that place to ensure that the armed forces of Liberia live. Lastly, I want to commend the Committee on national security, for allowing Nelson Fremont to serve as 103. The committee there screaming where they know what he can do. Okay. So Nelson Fremont, 103. Please, the Nigerian people are looking up to you.
All right, Bobby, let me hold you there. Talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. Augustine, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you this morning. This is the voice of Joseph Kokoi, and I called this morning from the city of Pinsville. Augustine, let me appreciate it for you this morning. For my attention have been drawn to the situation in our county that is Mass TV. And I want to say to the first caller, this speculation about either Blackie being the Sultan, I think Magidian should be happy to hear that they are home. So I have been in the country all the weekend to see a very yesterday. I have been really saying Magidi. People were calling that either, I mean, it should not be announced as a Sultan. And this is a young man that grew up, went to school in our country, was also to see the poor Magidi every day fighting one another. I think it's something that we need to stop. The young people in Magidi should be happy that as soon as the country, someone that can fight that feeling to take over that country. So it's something that's very serious, and I think the poor Magidi country need to be serious and pray that this young man be appointed in such a position.
Okay, let me talk to this person on the line. After the call, I have to say something. Good morning.
Good morning to God, Augustine.
Good morning, let's hear you.
Let me say good morning to your many listeners following the broadcast this morning. My name is Joe Kamo. I joined this morning from my district university in Magidi County. People are questioning this morning. I want to speak to the president. Mr. President, it is very important that you look into our direction. You cannot continue to downplay the interest of Magidi. The individuals of all have 7 laws.
Why you can't continue to downplay? The president has appointed by Magibians. It's on a bench for banana from Magidi County.
Yes, people are questioning. Let me just name my thought. Apparently, you will get a lower driving at. You cannot continue to do that in the midst of 7 lawmakers of Magidi County school that you in the first and second round. You cannot continue to tell that you will take the superintendent who are not been living within the country, who are not been living in the country.
Someone who went to school there and he say you are not been living. Ebe went to school in that county.
You have people that stood in the struggle that in the country that are there to serve in this position. I think it is about time Ambassador Boga looking the direction of the people of Magidi.
So how will you classify me if I'm given the opportunity to serve in Magidi County because I'm in Moserado?
We are not saying that cannot work in Magidi County, but have you taken people from Moserado who are working Moserado for 12 years and some more years, and now you're taking on a good benefit? I think it is unjust for us at Magidians. It is about time that Ambassador Boga looking to our direction. You don't give us the same position. You cannot give us you can't help us to give us to be in a position. I think it is about time that Ambassador Boga seeking the direction of the people of Magidi County.
All right, Kobe, just before you take over, let me talk to Joe. Joe Wanna?
Yeah, this is Joe Wanda.
Okay, let's hear you.
Okay, because so good that at least that I had the opportunity to talk to you on that you unlike your colleagues, I always call on them. But something very important for all your newscasts this morning, and I talked to body education again. Even we, the media practitioner, we make no mistakes day in, day out. The word veteran is a quarter of men who has already retired from the profession.
Okay.
I hear journalists continually reading, veteran journalist, Joe Warner, veteran journalist, what they call him, Augustine Saah. That is wrong. Your newscast carried this morning, veteran journalist, he's not a veteran. He's still in the profession. He's still in the practice. He's an active journalist.
Okay.
He's an active journalist that provided education for everyone else in the media. Let's stop making a mistake because we're teaching the people day in, day out. What will give them and what will carry on tomorrow. So when I will do brothers and sisters start making a mistake, don't knock their head because you the them is learning from you.
Okay, journalist Joe Wanda.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Go we take that president.
This person, like, good morning. Wait, Jonathan, please. You're live.
Oh my God. Good morning, Daniel.
I appreciate you guys for the level of service you guys continue to run up to our motherland.
Okay.
And let me also condemn the situation in Great Kidman County and call on our leaders to handle that situation because we cannot be living in our own country as slave. You can get
why it is true that we appreciate investment in our country, but people cannot bring investment in our country and ill treat us. I think it is unfair. The people of Grand Kidman, they have been complaining, but the situation of Liberia, we are more reactive than proactive. We observe the situation is alarming, but we wait for the party to happen before we take the necessary measure.
Okay. All right. It's a matter of time. We'll get there gradually. Good morning. Morning. Let's say you're live. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Fred Juma, and I phoned me this morning from my District 2 Law Maggie resident. And I want to speak to the president that many Magidians are doing this morning. President Wakai, Magidians are yearning every day waiting on you to prioritize us. We need a fair share of the national cake. One nation of our superintendent.
But what Magibi citizens cry more than other countries? I know I don't hear other countries where the raising issue wherever they Magibi. Now we had the campaign chairperson, the campaign manager. They did not deliver our 2 counties to Wakai. But my in the midst of what 18 people stood by Wakai in the first and second round. What you say about bombing country? What you say about bombing?
But we have already a fair share of the national cake. We have not had any minister, we have not had any director. Even the 2 entities together, the rise of national airport aviation, are so stringent on the president brought people from Morocco. So we don't give respect to our own brother Ebert Kaki, but we are saying we need resident Magibian to occupy the superintendent position. That is that particular position is a traditional position. We now need somebody coming from way in Mosurano. Ebert Kaki is in district of the got 45 people here. Yeah, we are. When we go to they get that position.
Okay. They tell you the president say appointment is based on what you talking.
Good morning. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. This morning I called to retrospect on 2 issues, more especially in my county, and the appointment the president is making. What is happening, my is not actually capital when it comes to ministerial position. But now, because I'm always saying that Nigerians are crying just for superintendent position. It is not that we are crying. We want to get somebody who will work with, be familiar with them, somebody who, when you cry, they look at you.
But you do any communication, address that communication to the office of the president. At least you start get you put yourself on record, let people know that it is serious now. No, I don't think so, man. The president not punishing you. Okay. Okay.
Well, thank you to him. We hear him. Let him go on for his 3 years. We know.
All right, next person, no time. Good morning.
Yeah, no time. I just want to. My name is Saah, and I'm calling from Karngar County.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I want to talk about the VIP laws and the presidential laws. I think you make it explicit on the radio, but I think nothing should be, placed to the federal area so that people should know where to go. Yeah, I think that is the right thing. Presidential law, I think it's for president and the rest of the VIP. I think it's for other people. I mean, those are things that bring confusion. But I think this time now people should spell it out so that people can know which way to go instead of making some confusion, dispute, and whatever. And I want to speak about the Magiri. I'm from Magiri. I'm originally from Magiri. I think this time Nigerian, they should come together, and then if they have somebody who they can work with as a traditional position, I think they should come together and tell the president, say, this is the guy who can work with. We think that the guy can do better than when the president appoint people that knows coming from all over. I mean, it was delayed the 100 days that the president has us.
Okay. Thank you so much. All the example you're giving, nobody giving example on my brother's side. The man is from my give it too. And let me take a final person, then you close it off. And then good morning. Morning. Let's hear you. Wait, Jonas, for your name.
Yeah, I'm taking a conversation for my resident looking at the 15.
Okay, sir.
the terminal in the RI, then when people try to politicize the issue of
let it be already small.
Yeah, the ex-president did not pass through the VIP law. Thank you for making it explicit this morning, because people don't know the difference between the executive and the presidential law. When people talk about the executive law, they see where the president in person, the active president is the one who is responsible for, who is exclusively for the presidential law, but people just take everything to be the same. So thank you for the clarity this morning. I leave people with digest and what to say next. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, let me get to the issue of the superintendents. Mr. President, let me thank you for, I think you had your second cabinet meeting yesterday. You heard it. You had your second cabinet meeting yesterday, from what I followed. But this is being serious. Mr. President, whoever that is on your mind to be appointed superintendent of the county, development superintendent of the county, if not the local county authorities, Mr. President, it will be prudent that you do it so that this whole speculation can just, come to an end. What is making it so difficult for you, Mr. President? The thing do it. Now everyone that campaign for you will be appointed to position, and that's why you have to open up. You have to call up investors. You have to go for investors to bring in companies, to bring in investments. That order will be employed in these sectors. Everyone will not get appointment position in this country. Not everyone that supported you. People talking about the man is qualified, the man is this, the man is God. One job, you have over 500 persons sending in their CVs. And that one person is supposed to be appointed. You must see your interest to be maybe the only qualified person. No. You put up a vacancy now. You say, I'm looking for a superintendent for Maggie because a vacancy. If I not even that, you know the number of CVs that are before the president now on his desk. You know the number of CVs. So, Mr. President, the honorable thing to do is to play that leadership role in all of the talks, all of the criticisms, because no matter what you do, you will be criticized. There are people who supported your election with an intent. You don't look like people who voted you without intention. Look, there are people who voted or campaigned for you with intent. They campaign for you that on the basis when you win, you either made a minister, you made a director, or some of them want to be superintendent. It is of no hiding secret. It is not a secret. It's not a secret that there are people who supported you now demanding that they must get SYZ. And if you can't get an SYZ, they will not take any other thing. No. That is not your crime. Government job, it's not your property. So, Mr. President, just come up with this appointment. Appoint the superintendents in the county. Margibi is a very big county. You have RRA. You have Jetty. You have China Union. These companies are in Margibi County. You cannot run the county without an R. The superintendent is your R in the county. If you can't have your R at this time, a lot of things will be happening, you will know. A lot of things will be happening, you will know. So I'm currently asking you this morning, Mr. President, all the areas that are left, just finish them. Appoint people, try people. You will hear people telling you, say that man is not qualified, he's not competent, he's not this. And sometimes the one whom you think that he's not anything, or he might not do anything, is the one that might even execute their programs, that might even do well. Sometimes that person might even be the one to do well. Forget about who. There are a lot of people who no. Look at the number of votes you got. So just look and take. Just say, let me about 3,000 persons, well qualified and competent. You don't get job to all of them. You got others who supported you from out of the country. You got people who've been studied by you. That is of no secret. So just do the appointment thing. Let people know who is the superintendent, who is the director, who is the deputy superintendent or development superintendent, and you'll be done with this thing. You start to watch their performances and see as to whether there will be people who will not perform, they will be replaced. Then every day people call upon you to do appointment. Then every day you have a speculation. There's no one more Magibian than anyone. There's no one more Liberian than any other person. And sometimes people, I remember, even my very self, I'm engaged on many occasions. I mean, how do you behave like you are more Magibian than any other person? I said, no. The reason you thinking that I behave like I'm more Magibian is because you don't know what it means to give priority to your own. You don't know what it means. And this is one of the reasons why you see people travel out of the country and they don't invest into the country because they don't cherish this country. They don't cherish their own. How can that be? I mean, someone who earns an income, a high income, and maybe want to build a luxurious home and don't prioritize building it in Magiri, or build even a luxurious home in Masoro and don't build a luxurious home in Magiri. And I say about Magiri. Huh? How can I sit there and do everything and do not reference Magiri, or I do not go to Magiri to associate myself with the youth of Magiri? Yet I'm calling myself a youth of Magiri, or I'm calling myself a youth of Pasa, a youth of Lofa. But I do not go to my county and associate myself with people. I do not identify myself with people, but I want to be a beneficiary of things coming from the country. That's bad. So, Mr. President, no one is more Liberian. The names that you get on your desk, do the honorable thing, take the hard decision. I know it's difficult. There will be people that will cry, but they will reason. They will stop crying. Do the appointment, Mr. President. I know it will come out today.
It's easy. It's easy to do. You know, somebody was saying to me that
not quite easy. It's a very hard decision.
You know, the policy about the vice presidents work in government, especially seven vice president for 12 years. Apart from his about 40 years experience in all service of government, and he's been around for a long time. We don't expect him, to proceed the way he's proceeding in terms of appointments and putting people to areas, to start working immediately. During the campaign, he said something that within 100 days, this will happen, that's what happens, and we have not gone even 2 months in his administration yet, and then the appointments. There are protests, there are dissatisfaction names that are being called to go for confirmation hearing, even up to now, to even have the structure of the local government in those counties. It's too difficult on the part. I don't know whether those that are making recommendation to the president office, I don't know whether, I think the president is under some pressure. Because if he was down on pressure, I think by now the issue of local government structures were far behind him. Because
the president is if you say the president is under pressure, then he created the pressure for himself.
He's under pressure. The reason why I say this is, when during the heat of the campaign, a lot of political parties supported and pledged support to the Unity Party. Because nobody will pledge support to you. In return, they expect nothing. It's difficult. Before that man even get on radio to announce to say I'm supporting Augustine party, blah blah blah. You and that individual are gone on a discussion table, and you guys have concluded that, man, if I support you, if you win, this is where I want to find myself. They want that one. At the level of the country now, to appoint people is difficult. Now you got other people who resign the country. For example, one citizen of Magibi racing this morning, that the guy citizen competent and qualified individual in Magibi that can even serve as development superintendent, fiscal affairs superintendent, even commissioner. There's one that was superintendent. To now, the local government structure is still a problem in those counties. Even minutes they want to work, they are willing to do the job. But what is causing delay, nobody knows. Perhaps needs have been going to the president and the issue about mistake, the president nominating one person to 2 positions, and one of you, I know 2 people to the same position. Then somebody said, "Oh, the president, when I'm going to get tired, I'm going to go where they want." I know that. Right. I listen to that part from the end of the president to believe that he said that. You understand? But I think the president need to do the honorable thing. Those lawmakers from those counties too. I followed the senator from Bon County this morning on the news that they are receiving information that senators are receiving money allegedly to cross other people confirmation and whatever, and you rubbish that information. This is coming up because of something we are observing as relates to the appointments of.
He said, as for him, he has not solicited any form for any nominee of President Bouakai.
Yeah.
But if any of his colleagues in that habit, There's need that they be called to book.
There are people who've been working in those local government structure in those counties. They are there. There's a guy, but even they are not part of Unity Party in totality, but they are qualified and competent. Look, I can nab my chest again. I'm mentioning about a son of Bassa, Eddie Williams, Augustine. Eddie Williams from former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf turned to Joseph Boakai taking over. No, I'm giving an example. No, listen, I'm giving an example of somebody who understands local government workings. That is not a stranger. This fellow served all of the superintendents in the country. When President we are appointed Dante Bape, Dante decided to say, Eddie Williams, I will do everything possible to keep it here. Okay. I'm not going to take it out of the place. So when Dante decided to contest as Senator of Bassa, he appointed Eddie Williams as the acting superintendent of the country. And he's still acting until we don't know the name that will be sent to Bassa as superintendent.
No, he's not superintendent now.
Yeah, fine. You understand? So that is so now the individual of such who understand local government and what have you the workings, what will it take to say, okay, but man, there's been I've been here about this fellow. I know, okay, when I was saying a vice president on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, this man worked. And there was a time that Eddie went Bassa, and then this guy was serving as the master of ceremony for an education. And when he introduced the president onto the podium, sir, I was there, and they say, Manasali came on and looked at Eddie for long and told former Superintendent Julia Don Kase and say, Manakase, I think this young man don't belong in Bassa. Okay. Yeah, that was the same man Manasali made to Eddie Williams that time. He said there's a need that he should be elevated from this position. It's very good. So, after my giving saying I rather raise issue of President Boakai, please send our own.
So William want to be superintendent.
He want to be superintendent too. They may be superintendent about. So they may if you put him today, you
entire whole left the superintendent job.
But he did. It's good. It's good to know your rule.
But he has served. He has served.
No, he would be serving on the past superintendents of the country consistently. Why do you think another can they can tell the message?
He begin acting superintendent.
They may just got the acting superintendent job in a few months and a few weeks when
he served. He served. He should be thinking of going somewhere different now. He served. So let me say this. We'd love to apologize that we can't bring you Representative Marvin Cole. I'm getting information that he has a meeting this morning. By 8:30, I think he should be in the meeting now. By 8:30, according to what I just got for him. We got a meeting this morning by 8:30. So Representative Marvin Cole, but he promised to be here next week. He will be here next week. And of course, he got a meeting this morning with some citizens from the county. They want to meet him this morning. So they're going to.
They may not resign the caucus.
Yeah, they may not resign.
He got to come out. He get resign that caucus.
There are people who came from the county last night, so they're going to have a meeting. They're going to have a meeting last night, so they'll have a meeting this morning. So Representative Marvin Cole will be here next week. But 9:15 this morning, bring you on P. Madrid. On yesterday, the chairman on national security, Musa Abedede, declared his asset. He declared his asset that is inconformative with his desire to be transparent, accountable to the people of Nimba County, District Number 7, and Liberians alike. So yesterday, his asset was declared. He told the Liberian people how much he got in account, how much he get outside of the country. When you read the asset declaration form, it got spaces there. The very banks you are saving with, how much you got in those accounts, as to whether you get account outside of the country is also specified. And of course, the thing about asset, many of you feel when they say asset declaration, it means that only the money you get. What happened to your channel? It's only the money you got in your account. No, it's not just the money you got in your account. The house you built, your assets. The land you bought. Some of you got 4 or 5 lands. You're supposed to declare your asset now. You're equal to appoint President Boakai every time to appoint you. You have not declared your asset.
It may not be appointed first.
It really means I will declare I have equal again. You can't tell. Yeah, you can't tell, my man. They say it is at the will and pleasure of the president. And that's why you got to stop accusing people. They say at the will and pleasure of the president. So whether the president will appoint Ebe Plaki, or you appoint former representative, but as they say, or you appoint Yapuya, or you appoint Jackson Robertson, Liva Pia, or George Bowie, it is at the will and pleasure of President Boakai. And President Boakai will do the just honorable thing. They are all sons and daughters of Maigibi County. They like to work for their county. Mr. President, just look among us. Because I'm Maigibian too, you can't tell. Just look among us Just take one of them, put them there, finish. And that post
I'm just going through the locations of but why you post on as a declaration, property where you got where you have distribution, the value, everything. It's not easy.
Oh yeah, but that's what I told you. I saying asset declaration.
Yeah,
it's not just about the money.
Yeah. So these are errors, mapper point,
that why you
know, Sacre Pied, Dubogo.
Yeah, it gotta be all because if you don't do it,
Magibi County, you know, Play Street, 14th Street,
it's not just here or even abroad. Yeah. Because if you don't do it, as of next budget year, we'll start critiquing him. Yeah, he's I mean, he can be critiqued. He's subject to being critiqued. Yeah, he's a public figure. So you'll be critiqued.
My message, they make cash on him, man. Don't call it.
You'll be the cash. You can call it. It is a public. No, it is a public document now. In a much that he has filled in this form and he posted it on Facebook. Yeah. It is a public document, and you can even call it now on this video. It is a public document. Call it anyway. You can. You are saying we can post it. If you now wanted for rather Donogoro or my man every Kogolo man to know about it, he will not post it on Facebook. But in a month that he has posted, he did. For anyone to come through.
And this is one good thing about President Black administration I'm seeing. My man, now if you sit here as a representative, you declare asset, I had to go do mine.
So the speaker has to do his now.
Yes,
the speaker for Nati Kofa has to do. Thomas Fala, you got to do yours. Yes, Representative Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala, you got to declare your asset. You in leadership. Mr. Speaker J. Fonati, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, let me put your council name there because you went to school for it. You suffer for it. I know people talk to you the way they're not supposed to talk to you. You know, those of us that go to school, we sit on, before people to impart into us, we know the importance of giving people their titles. Because sometimes you see someone who teaching you say you far either financially above them, even age-wise you are above them, but they will talk to you the way you don't like. But you got to go by it because you want something for them. So, Mr. Councillor Speaker Panati Kofa, your asset declaration and for the public to know is cardinal. Deputy Speaker Fonati, Thomas Fala, your asset declaration is cardinal as well because you have to do it. You got to lead with example. Your statutory committee members have started to declare their assets. The ability has done, and I know you do have copy. The chief clerk do have copy of his asset declaration because that was said in the chambers that when you do, you just give a copy to the chief clerk.
Yeah.
And if of onward submission to the leadership, I know the speaker has seen Mr. Beatty asset declaration, so it's just prudent indeed that he do the same. So it's good. That's an act of transparency. The people of Nima, you now know what Beatty brought on the table. You now know what he will be. You don't know what you'll be getting in the next 6 years, but you know what he brought on the table. So after 3 years, when he goes back to declare asset, you can also you can also critique him.
You can do that,
and that is how much he earns, right? You got to know too because
you got to know
the man earning. So if someone can be earning $5,000 and go buy $3,000 or Corona again, you get issue with it.
Yeah.
How can I be earning $5,000 and I go buy Corona for $3,000? Then you get issue with it.
Yeah, about $2,000, nobody know what I do.
Why should you get issue? I listened to somebody because I was calculating. I listened to somebody say, who is that person? They said, okay, that was something about Eddie Attor. They said Eddie Attor is riding a vehicle that costs $65,000. So I talked to the person. I say, do you know the income of this lady? He said, but I hear the people making $10,000. I said, okay, let's take into consideration that your information is right.
Somebody raised the issue on PE. The man said PE need to follow the same example of the legislature. Before you contest as president or vice president, declare your assets.
No,
so the way my man,
you see, it's not just you.
They say PE need to do the same.
Integrity position.
Yes.
And an elective position.
Elective position.
It's good for you to declare your asset because you're doing it to set yourself
both
free.
Elective and appointed.
Yeah.
Appointed.
Yeah. Because it's good because people will be in the know of things you get. When you leave in, they will also be in the know because it's good when you entering, you tell the people what you get.
But that's a common thing. I don't see anything wrong with this.
Let me speak with
so be planning to declare access, my brother, because we'll be taken to the office very soon. I don't want to get detailed to the public about our decision because we're going to campaign. Yeah, Mark Gibby, please. I don't want you to put it on the spoiler to say Karngar announce that it may come in Mark Gibby Kante. Yeah, the campaign we will be doing is in Moserato Kante is on the way. So asset declaration is important. Is that a wish hunt?
I will declare my asset, including my old vehicle.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to read. Look, I will read your asset declaration right here on the line. I will not even rush. I will take my time.
I will declare my
asset, read everything.
My asset,
and we need to go and check. Apart from people declare asset, we gotta
go and do verification. The whole asset declaration.
We gotta go do verification. You will not just read your information on the sheet and give it to us. We just sit down and celebrate. Yes, they will declare assets. There's a team that needs to be established to go and make sure that your asset that you declare, everything is in line and is in because there's a form before even you declare assets. There's an information on the form that you already need to sign on.
I need to speak with the Dr. Chimbo.
Yeah. I was trying to get in. I was still trying to. Yeah. So you got to do this because if you don't, it is an embarrassment. It is an embarrassment.
This whole presidential launching. Let me know. Give me the money.
Yeah, it's a problem. So yeah, it's a problem. You got to do it. You got to do it. Yeah. Because you see, it's here because before you sign it, it's here. The blank space, for example, Augustine Saah, declared that all information are provided here in is truth.
That's the oath.
Complete and it's correct.
That is the oath.
Yeah, these are the key issues. It's truth.
So now let's speak with the Speaker of the 54th Legislature. He has a perspective on the issue of the B Mountain situation. Perhaps we'll delve into other issues as well until 9 o'clock this morning to bring you sports commercial, a bit of entertainment, and then later on we'll bring you Honorable P. Madrick of Maryland County. Honorable Dr. Buffer Chambers, good morning. A pleasant welcome.
Pleasant morning to you and to our courageous and resilient people of Liberia. I want to say a warm welcome to you back on the radio Friday.
Right.
And your co-host, Mr. Karngar.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, pleasant good morning. And to our well-intentioned people, good people of Liberia.
Okay.
I want to say a pleasant good morning.
Well, I was told that you were in country. Are you back or are you out of country?
Well, I came back over the weekend and we were all involved with our colleague situation. I don't want to make it seem like he's away from us, but he's still with us in spirit from Pueblo. So we have been meeting with his family, and I want to wish him God's blessing, and I hope that eternal comfort is bestowed upon him, his soul, and I hope and pray that his wife and family members have solace in the Lord.
We are also in tears with them because his death news was actually shocking to us. I remember seeing him in a video during the conference of the Methodist Church. I even saw photos with him and that of the president. In a trim of an eye, when we came out of the office in the morning hours, we heard that he was no more. I mean, it was so heartbreaking. However, like you said, we are optimistic that he's seated at the right hand side of God Almighty, the Creator, and we pray that the family will be consoled as well. Let's get to what we call you for this morning. We've called you in relation to the issue of B Mountain. You were the 54th. You successfully ended the 6th year as Speaker, and now we have the 55th that has been presided over by Councillor Fonati Kofa. There has been protest at B Mountain in relation to allegations of bad labor practice, non-compliance to the contractual agreement, and of course that led to even the deployment of EPS officers, and there are reports as well that army officers are also there. On yesterday, the speaker, following news that the protest was being chaotic, constituted a specialized committee of about 50 members headed by Desin Sibo to probe the situation and report within 2 weeks so that our plenary can have further discussion, if not decision, on it. There are many who have said for the councillor for Natikufa with reports of him being conflicted and with report of him being somebody who has provided liquor service for B Mountain and other concessions company. Do you think the committee will show the work in the interest of the Liberian people, specifically the residents of King Jaw, even though the speaker has told the committee to do all in their powers to ensure that whatever decision they will be taking, it should be a decision in the interest of the people and decision that will protect the peace of the country?
Well, in the pursuit of peace and maximum security for the people, my highest appreciation for the thought for intervention, legislative intervention. Howbeit, I think from what it is, the report should be progressive. I think the first week there should be some submission on the floor because of the existential nature of what is obtaining there. And so it should be progressive, and the first week you should have a report. Yes, I also think for legislative prudence, I would have thought that that delegation should be comprised of a joint committee.
Okay.
A committee headed by security. You should also have their labor. You should also have the investment and concession.
Okay.
And you should also have judiciary. That should be the formation of the joint committee. Yes, with the conflict of the presiding officer, he should not have been the one to even have attempted to organize some kind of ad hoc or specialized committee.
Mayu is the speaker now.
Well, because of what you have narrated, the issue of conflict of interests, that is very important. So that is the conflict, is so manifold. There are myriads of areas that one can say the current speaker should have no place to intervene. Also, the central bank, LTA, and several others. He should not be intervening in those areas because of his involvement. And that is why I will feel that based on the, necessity, good judgment must be derived. Then we should all think about a new consciousness to ensure that the people have what they have bargained for, meaning that they want social order, they want parity, they want justice. Plato states that what saves a group or what saves humanity should be justice, self-command, and true thought. That's what Plato says. So if we want to ensure that the Liberian people are taken serious, then serious steps should be, afforded them, or should be taken. Meaning that, as I said, we should have a joint committee headed by, security committee, inclusive of investment and concession committee, judiciary, and even labor, and so as to have, a real appreciation as to what is happening, and so that the people themselves will be very happy with the approach taken. I also think that the Senate should also follow suit to do likewise. Howbeit, I think it is important to intervene for the best interest of our people.
With the absence of the committees on labor and that of security, because I was in Chimo yesterday when he named the committee members. I saw honorability. Even saying at the back, national security, and I even saw a small mobile who's here the committees on labor talking about labor. Yet they were included. Do you think the true intent of the committee will be achieved?
Well, so then I want to say that they are good lenders for those persons to have been.
Wow, yeah, I think the great man have to call me back.
Orange GSM
yeah, you have to call me back. Yeah, anyway, you have to call me back. Yeah. There's no secret that Man United can be harmonized. I have not gotten there.
And the people sort of send a message to you.
Yeah, they can send message. Yeah. I have to officially complain them to the chairman on LTA. Communication authority. Of course, I will take issue with that. Yeah, I think I have to tell Ono Jones, who is a very good friend of mine. Yeah, he will take it with the telecommunication. Yeah, he's calling back now. Yeah. My units were harmonized.
Yeah, maybe you need to do your asset declaration.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to do that. Like I told my dear colleague here, I will have to do that because I do not want tomorrow, if I'm given the opportunity, after a few times, the man is building all of the BB structures with the Liberian people money. Let's get back to our discussion, Chief.
Yeah. So basically, normally what we should do as leaders should not be what we say, but what comes out, the manifestation of what we want to do. Basically, we have an institution, we have the legislature. The legislature have that oversight responsibility, and oversight must be done in a way, a manner that will show some degree of probity. So I think in my mind, what is happening at initial, we have some problems with those issues. The thought, as I must repeat, I have the highest appreciation, but what has been in terms of the unfolding or the unfoldings in my mind need to be revisited.
Okay.
That issue requires the lead committee, supposed to be a security committee, followed by the investment concession, labor, and judiciary.
With what you have said, one will be thinking as to why is it that the former deputy speaker, the speaker who served as deputy speaker during your leadership, don't know all these things.
I want to be an oracle. I wouldn't want to be somebody to judge anything. What I would say that sometimes we do things, there should be some consultation.
Okay.
And I believe those who have also been there should be able to advise, because no one has the mastery of knowledge. No one has the mastery of perfection. You got to help somebody to be able to do something to arrive at the real outcome. So in my view, that needs to be revisited. It will not bring out what is expected. The house runs through committees.
Right.
Yes, and the committees are there, and because of this nature, the committee should have been put in motion.
Now, just before we leave you to take spools, there is this issue in time about former president. I know I didn't give you information, but this issue in time, former president, we have been denied of the presidential lodge on ground that he's not the president, though he's been recognized as a VIP. So the protocols at the RRA instructed that he used the VIP lodge instead of the presidential lodge. But many are saying that the act on the part of the protocol and in totality the government shows they respect no regard for former president Weah, and that the former president should have used the presidential lodge. You've been in the VIP circle. From your own understanding, why you think it should have been?
Well, we have unlimited opportunities to know exactly what is real.
Okay.
I will say that domestically, President Weah is an eminently qualified person.
Okay.
Especially internationally, where he has all of the lawyers. But I will say this much: the protection of a president, the number one protectee in the republic, it goes beyond the traditional physical security.
Okay.
It also encapsulates protection against threats from airspace. Our president now, should have the protection from people in the air wanting to harm him, not only on the ground.
Okay.
Also from cyber system, our president needs to have that opportunity or that right for such protection, even against germ, against chemical and biological weapons, and so forth. So this president is the number one protectee. So wherever he is, not even the vice president, not even the speaker, not even the pro tem, should be in that area, because it should have maximum security. And thanks, that the former president has created or erected an additional area, which is a presidential launch. So it should be kept for the existing president. We have another area, which of course, has the same or similar facilities should be for other dignitaries and former presidents, including President Sirleaf, can access that, but it will also be based on arrangement. Every other person, vice president stuff can have it, but that place, having Biden, where Biden goes, Barack Obama cannot go there. May his immediate predecessor cannot go there. The Air Force One that Biden uses, Barack cannot use that.
Even Trump.
Even Trump cannot use it. So you have those kinds of issues. So that's something that should be laid to rest. So we have other important matters to be engaging with right now. So the issue before us now is the task of nation building.
Okay.
So we should all be geared towards uplifting this country. I know even there are issues now, that are taking center stage in terms of, tenure and everything else. This issue of tenure also affected the last administration.
Okay.
I can remember the lotteries. We have problem with the lotteries. We have problem with MO. You understand? We have a myriad of problems. We even crafted the Tenure of Office Act, and the House felt that whatever or whoever the president appoints, the president has the right to remove. And because of our constitution, I was able to even contribute as far back as, the tenure of Andrew Johnson, the 17th president of the United States, who removed, Edward Stanton, as Secretary of War, which brought about a confusion with the United States Congress, where he was the first American president to have been impeached. Because in his view, Stanton, as the Secretary of War, now we call Secretary of Defense, in Liberia, Minister of Defense, was not supporting his agenda. And if the Secretary of War is not supporting the president's agenda, there will be a crisis. That could have even truncated whatever the president wanted to do, even the president's tenure.
Okay.
So, and then in time to come, he was not removed because the Senate did not vote overwhelmingly or vote to remove him. So it was one of the death bench, I think William Death Bench, that said whoever the president appoints, the president must remove. It was by that we concluded as members of the House of Representatives did our own, legislation and sent it to the Senate. And since that time, we have been in the Senate. But these things here, there can be shared blame, with people in this current government should have been able to painstaking a look into the process. And for any reason, there were some, some departures from the norms or from the policy or from the law by tenure officials. Then it can be for cause for removal.
Okay.
You can remove, but for cause. So the issue is genuine. maybe the methodology, maybe the approach, maybe the procedure. So let it not be like time is running, but the right thing must be done however it takes. But let it be done properly. I think, I think in good faith people are working, but it's just that we need some time so that the right outcome and the packaging can be something of good optics.
Former Speaker Dr. Buffer Chambers, thank you so kindly this morning for picking our calls, and would like to say again, welcome back to your homeland.
I wish you and the people of Liberia and Annus Mirabilis for a year of wonder, a miracle year. Thank you.
He's former House Speaker Dr. Buffer Chambers right here. Let's bring you sports right here on the True Brave Fact Show.
So it's time that we join Naomi Tapia to bring us this post on this Friday edition. Naomi, good morning. And this is all you
have. A 67-member delegation from the Liberia Football Association is in Karngar, Sierra Leone. The delegation, which is headed by RFA Deputy Secretary General Mohammed Sharif, comprises of players and technical staff of the women's under 17 and 20 national teams. Both Liberia's under 17 and 20 women's national teams were invited by Sierra Leone Football Association to participate in a women's football tournament that will take place in Karngar from 1 to 8 March 2024. Coach Ramotadin and girls completed first training in Karngar as preparation for female competitions. The tournament is being held in observance of the 2024 International Women's Day celebration and at 4:15 p.m. this Friday. The under 17 of Liberia and Sierra Leone will kick off the first match. The inaugural committee of the Sports Writers Association of Liberia will induct a couple of officers who were elected during the institution's elections held in Karngar this Friday, March 1, 2024. The committee stated that the induction ceremony will be held at the Morocco City Hall VIP room at 5 p.m. The committee said the inaugural ceremony will be held in two categories, namely the formal induction of the officials elect to be followed by dinner and honoring section. Those who will be inducted are Bama Camara President-elect Christopher Walker, Vice President Ellen Dodo, Secretary General, amongst others. The officers during the SWAT election won on the integrity ticket that campaign on rebranding the institution and ensuring that integrity is restored. Soccer Ambassador FC and ambassadors will meet in the RFA Upper Women's League at 11 a.m. at the 2 South P in Ghanaxville. Stages queens and determined girls are set to battle in what might be the beginning of the defending champions determined girls celebration of another championship if they emerge winners of the match. The game will be played at the Samarkand Sports Complex this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. The RFA stated the proprietary players from some teams to participate in the under 17 and 20 games as reason for less games. Juventus midfielder Paul Pogba says he's sad, shocked, and heartbroken after being banned from football for 4 years for a doping offense. The France international 30 was provisionally suspended in September after a drug test found elevated levels of testosterone in his system. Everything I have built in my professional career has been taken away from me, he said in a statement. The former Manchester United player added he would appeal. Pogba was randomly tested after Juventus' first match of the season on 20 August. The positive test was confirmed by Italy's National Anti-Doping Tribunal in a second sample in October, and the Anti-Doping Prosecutor's Office requested a 4-year suspension. Juventus told the BBC they received a notification from the Anti-Doping Tribunal on Thursday morning. Pogba said he believed that the verdict was incorrect and he would never knowingly or deliberately do. The ruling means 2018 World Cup winner Pogba will be unable to play until 2027, when he will be 34, with the ban backdated to the date of the field test. That's all from our sports tips.
Suppose coming on next is Orange GSN message, and of course, at 9:15 we take our final segment of guests here onto this edition of the Truth Breakfast Show here on Truth FM 96.1.
We don't worry about it.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too.
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too.
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time.
Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service. How to transfer money from your bank card to an Orange Money wallet with the Card to Wallet service. Go to the Orange Botswana website at www.orange.co.bw and select the drop-down menu and click on Orange Online. This will open a new tab which will ask you to sign in. Click on Sign Up to register for the Card to Wallet service as a new user. Enter your name, surname, the Orange number and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm your password, which you will then be required to sign in with every time you make a Card to Wallet transfer. You will then receive an email confirmation. Enter the one-time PIN that you received on your phone. Click on the email confirmation link to finish off the registration. Once the registration is complete, log in, click on Card to Wallet, then enter the Orange Money number you are transferring to and the amount. Continue by entering the source of funds, purpose of funds, and proceed to payment. Click the Visa or MasterCard option and enter your card number, your full names as well as the card expiry date. Proceed to enter the CVV number and click Continue. Enter the one-time PIN that you received on your phone to complete the transaction. Click on Continue to complete the transaction. And just like that,
your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family. Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family. Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more.
Taking our guests on the final segment here of the Truth Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. They go for a bit of entertainment, saying Archivon with this new song called Go Now Go. We'll be right back once we get single from Studio B this morning.
Something I don't know. This love is over. I just got to let you go. Hope you find another lover. It hurts to see you walk away, but it might be better. Yeah. Papa, I always thought you love you, but we don't belong together. You can go your way, let me go.
Oh yes, man. We can go your way, I go my way, no matter what happens. It's about life, and let me so continue on. You know, this is Liberia, this is our country, disregarded for what went on during the heat of the October 10th elections. Election is over now. We got new president, new leadership, and it's about time we forge ahead, you know, move our country forward, and Liberia is all that we have. One love, peace, and unity should be the talk of the day, you know, to keep our country safe and running. That development will comes and jobs opportunity will be all over the place, that our brothers and sisters can have, you know, something to do, you know, that we can develop our country. That, for example, for vacation, we'll no longer be running in different country to take photos and you know, merry make, but instead we will remain here and have our wedding ceremonies here, you know, celebrate our birthdays a year, and our graduation ceremony that will not take flat in another country to go and spend while we work for. So this is Liberia 1847. We'll give our independence 15 countries. We're still moving on strong no matter what others country in Africa as history reported. But this is Liberia. Once I get single from my colleague there, our guest is already here, so the Augustine, and of course it's all yours with our guest this morning.
Thank you so kindly, Korries Karngar. Of course, like we said this morning in our intro at 9:15, the second segment was going to be a Maryland County District 1 lawmaker in person of Honor P. McJury. And of course, he's here this morning to do just as we said we would have done. Honor Jury, I'd like to say good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, and good morning to the people in Radio Land.
So this is based on a relay on 96.9 in Saturday, Radio Magiri, Imagine County, where county stations reading our
and no radios or is reading from Maryland County.
Oh wow! So it's going wide this morning. And People's TV is also here carrying us live as we are live on the page, so you can follow us. But you know, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm in good spirit, and I'm happy to be here.
Like I said, one of the colleagues in person of Honorable Matthew February Joe. Since the election, his morphology is really changing, and yours is also really changing. I know the election comes with huge ties. The stress can be too much.
I mean, I'm looking forward to a change morphology as time goes by because of many things that we go through, but I'm looking to a positive one. I think it's getting better.
Okay.
The election stress is over, and we got to do the Liberian people's job with a relaxed mind, and I think my morphology will change positively.
Okay. How is it? I mean, how was it like for you going for re-election? I know many of your colleagues strive, still they could not get the confidence of the people. So then they are out of the legislature. How was it like with you?
My colleagues are actually experienced people. They've served more than 2 terms, all of them, I think 3 terms, and they were trying to go back. It didn't work out. Perhaps it's the decision of the people, and we respect the decision of the people. And I'm glad that my colleague also accepted the decision of the people. For me, it was a very challenging period, challenging time. But the fact remains that you have to work with the people. You have to try to meet the expectation of the people, build up more relationship with the people. and your work that you do speak for you. I'm not saying they didn't do work. My colleagues did more work than I did because of they've been there more than 12 years, and I just been there for 6 years. And
So you can compare your 6-year work to the 12-year work.
12 years. I just want to say thanks to God for my re-election, and thanks to the people of Harper District for recommitting their confidence and their trust and belief in me.
Now, let's get to the 55th legislature where you were part of. But before we get to the 55th, are there things that you thought of doing during the 54th where the 6-year mandate was given you that you thought you would have done that you could not? I mean, you did not get the support to achieve doing it.
No, I did almost all of the things that I promised the people to do, and I went beyond a little bit in achieving some of them that I did not promise what I had to do. I mean, it's our pleasure to always work for the people, and what I do for the people is based on what the people ask me to do.
Okay. So
I achieve all of them, and I still got some new requests on my desk as we speak now. One of the major ones is they want some street lights. I'm working on that, and very soon I will be going back to my people.
LEC has not reached your area.
LEC is there, but the street lights that they want, there are no street lights with the LEC. Presently, the power is coming from Cote d'Ivoire. There are other challenges there too. So what I'm thinking on doing is to provide solar street lights all around inside the city.
The body that you were part of, the 54th legislature, many have termed it as a Augustine legislature. How can you term it?
It's untrue, because there are many things the 54th did for the people. If you are Augustine, you are being controlled, and the 54th was in control. We had a very great leader in the person of Dr. Chima, who delivered to the Liberian people the desires of the people. Similar works that are ongoing were started by him, and we are going to continue them in the 55th. So the 54th was in a robust time. It was a very good legislature. In fact, in comparison to other past legislature, the 54th was better than the rest.
So my last question, just before we come from the 54th, now we come to the 55th. During your time, you went for all of the leadership positions. That is, you went for, when I say during your time, I'm talking about the CDC, because I know you to be a CDC lawyer. Am I right?
I am.
Okay. You went for the speakership position. You went for the deputy speakership position. And entering the 55th, you could not give the speakership position to the ruling establishment that prefer a candidate in Britain and Bekon. On what grounds did you, the CDC lawmakers that I reported to be in majority, took the decision?
The beauty of our democracy is that the speakership election lies within the understanding, the belief, the trust of lawmakers. It's not the trust of the public. While it is true, the public has some influence by contacting their lawmakers to, inform them of their choice of candidates. The vote depends on the lawmakers. And so it is the wisdom of the 55th to decide who they wanted to be their leaders. And so they elected Honorable Francis Kofa and Honorable Thomas P. Fala.
All seditions.
It's not about being seditions or not. It's about the ability, the capability, the experience, and what they are capable of doing. That is why they were elected. It's not because they are in CDC or you are not in CDC. Well, there were other candidates that came from other parties, like from the Unity Party, and they have more lawmakers, let me call it that way, plus other independents supporting them. You saw the results. So it's the lobbying power and lobbying experience of the candidates as well, plus those that were supporting and running their campaigns.
So the 55th legislature, again, let me congratulate you for your re-elections. And of course, I pray that you will do those things that the Liberian people, if not the people of Maryland County, have elected you for. Let's get to the 55th legislature. They've settled committees now. Which committee are you on?
I'm the chairman for investment and concession. Okay. I'm the co-chairman for post and telecommunications. And I also serve as member on the Ways, Means and Finance, Banking, and Currency.
Now, since you are the chairman on construction, and of course, we will just begin with what has been before you, specifically from China Union. as chairperson, what have you been able to establish about companies coming from China Union? I remember representing for the family, people of communication on the floor, and of course, you even cited the management of China Union. What have you established?
The complaint from Representative Pambule was against China Union for many reasons. Failure to comply with the concession agreement generally. And there are specific issues, there are labor issues, there are corporate social responsibility issues, there are even the mineral development specific issues like the factory construction. There are other promises that China Union should have achieved by now that they have not. The entire thing is against China Union. Honorable Pode Pambule wrote the complaint, and the House works through committees. And in the wisdom of the Speaker, he organized a joint committee. That joint committee comprises of investment and concession, contracts and monopoly, labor, mines, energy, and judiciary. 5 committees, and I serve as the joint chairman for the committee. We first of all invited China Union, and we did a public hearing. The first public hearing. Thereafter, we did the second one. They responded to us, and in order to verify their statements or the answers provided, we made a tour, a fact-finding tour to China Union, and this is what we found. I'm surprised that to let the Liberian people know that we are surprised that China Union is completely non-compliant to all of the things that were raised by Honorable for the family. In his communication, and we went there, we verified the road that leads right from Bon Mines towards the river, St. Paul River, is untouched. All of the roads that are mentioned in the MDA since the inception of the MDA, none is touched. The hospital, for example, that China Union is supposed to be working with, is supposed to be under their operational scope.
Is that
nothing.
Fimidoba?
Yes, I don't remember the name of the hospital, but it's a 100-bedroom hospital.
Yeah, I think it should be a
Fimidoba, yeah, Domba, one Domba hospital, and we were there. I was so annoyed when I found out that the 100-bedroom hospital, there is only one room that was functional with patients.
100 bedrooms?
100 bedrooms.
Are you
and
serious?
that one room had 5 patients. All of the other rooms were empty. No beds, no mattresses. In fact, the entire hospital was in a poor sanitary condition. The X-ray room is not working. The ultrasound room is not working. Nothing is there working. You wouldn't believe that. We saw that, and it was so, sad for such discovery. But we made mention of that to China Union, and they had nothing to say. Let me just continue a little bit on some of the issues. The China Union is supposed to be providing scholarships, and scholarships support to the schools that are there. And in fact, support to the high school that is right in Bon Mines. There's nothing being done. Scholarship support to the 3 counties in which China Union operates. That's Bon County, that's Margibi, and Montserrado. There's no support. In fact, China Union is supposed to make a contribution of 50,000 annually to the Geological Department of the University of Liberia. There is no support. China Union supposed to do some work with another school. In fact, they're supposed to build a hydro on the St. Paul River. There is nothing. They're supposed to build a harbor. There is nothing. All of these things I'm talking about are things that are within the MDA. The non-compliant posture of China Union is so sad, and we are going to hold China Union accountable, very accountable, to make sure they comply with the MDA. The MDA is the agreement between China Union and the government of Liberia.
Right.
So if you come to our country and you want a concession, you want the concession here, will give you the privilege, will give you the opportunity to work in our country. We lay down what you're supposed to do and what we're supposed to do as a government and what you're supposed to do in the community in which you are extracting those resources. Nothing is done. In fact, the worst thing, just before I gave you, let me just mention this. Many labor issues. Today, we are having people in Cape Man protesting because all of these things went unnoticed and nobody is paying attention. It's now time for us to start paying attention. Out there, the labor issues are very serious. According to the MDA, in the first 5 years, China Union is supposed to hire 30% Liberians to be in the senior management positions of China Union.
It's not
Nothing is not happening. In the next 10 years, I mean, after 5 years, the additional 5 years, Liberians holding senior management positions should be about 70%. Up to now, as I speak, there is not one Liberian in the senior management of China Union. All of the employees out there, there are no remittances being paid by China Union to Social Security. It's a crime. Social Security is legislated.
Right.
And according to law, they're supposed to pay percentage for their insurance so that when they are old and they are incapacitated for some reason, they get some benefits back. No employee at China Union holds one ID card from Social Security.
Okay.
And we don't want to talk about issues of overtime, transportation. In fact, the delegation that I led when we got up there, the joint committee, China Union was unable to give us PPEs to go up the mines.
Did you ask for it?
We asked for it. They do not have it. We thought the employees were joking when they said we do not have PPEs yet.
They said
I
that to
went
you?
up the mine with my same shoes that I wore to go up. No jackets. The only thing that China Union provided was the helmet. The jackets, the gloves, the shoes, all those protection PPEs were not available.
No.
So
I want to take you back
very
to
grievous, Yes.
I want to take you back to the issue of where you talked about 50,000 should have been given to the Geology Department of the UL, the issue of building schools, the issue of let's up to this information. Did you gather the information from the school's administration? And
yes, we met the hospital administrator, we met the school, we went there, we saw for ourselves, and I told you there is nothing being done.
Because for you to say 100-bedroom hospital, only a bedroom is being functional.
One room, not bedroom, 100-room hospital.
Only one room.
One room was functional with patients. We have 5 patients in that room. If you watch the footage from, I think it should be one of these TVs. The journalists were all there. They carry a live.
What did the management say to you as it relates to?
The management said they have made many attempts and approaches to China Union, and China Union is not responding.
I'm talking about China Union specifically. What did they say to you? Is it that they are not getting anything from their operations? That is, they are losing so much. That's why they are not.
China Union will respond. It was yesterday that we finalized the report. Today we'll be sending it to them, and Monday we are now going to do another public hearing so that they can respond to all of these findings that we have. I mean, we went out there, it's all right, we found out, and we are putting it to them what they found out, and we are not going to take it lightly. There are some things that we found out that we think China Union should provide immediate solutions to. There are other things that we think we can dialogue. We will categorize them into 3. We have the quick impact, the short term, things that China Union should respond to immediately. We have the medium term things that they should respond to later, and we'll have the long term things that they respond to. So they will just be classified into those groups. There are things that they must respond to immediately to help them to
such as the issue of the health,
the issue of the hospital, the school, the surface rental, the scholarship. Those are not things that to respond to should take you the issues of the road, we can put it into the medium term. This issue of constructing the hydro and the port and other things can go into the long term. But what we're going to do, we ask them to respond immediately to some of these things, and then we have to invite the investment commission and the mines and energy department from minister and us plus China Union to sit around the table to see how we can do a working session on the medium terms and the long terms. But the short terms, they have to respond to them immediately. Our people are out there. Our people are suffering. The resources that are being extracted from that place belongs to Liberia. And if we have an agreement with a company, the company must be held responsible to make sure they act. These are not all of our findings. There are other findings that if I let you know, you wonder. For example, up the mines, we were there, like I told you, with our journalists, they all carried the story. We discovered there was a company there, the Bone Mines, that China Union inherited all of these mining things from. Bone Mines used to wash up the iron ore or something like that. Perhaps it's not the jargon, but there was a swamp that they used to use. The swamp is still there, and presently China Union has discovered that washing up the iron ore into that swamp or putting the
one you may refer to as the waste
in there, the residue into that swamp. The residue is now rare quality iron ore in fine products.
Wow.
So they start digging up that swamp, taking out the iron ore in fine products, small grain, very fine products, not heavy rocks.
So how they know, but they were just keeping it there.
Now, listen to me. They've made this discovery. They never informed the Liberian government, but they brought in a third company, a third partner, because the partnership is between Liberia and China Union. They brought in another company that is digging up the residue, and they have made 2 shipments already out of Liberia. The third pile of iron ore is being, still processed. It's there. They are still. We went there. We saw it.
They did put an immediate halt to it because this is something that is not in the agreement.
We do not have the powers to go out there and put halt immediately. We have to report to the House and to the leadership of the House and other relevant government authorities that what may be put. But I don't want to put a halt on it because we have to find out from the mines and energy ministry. We have to find out from the concession and department also what has been going on, how did China Union get there, because we asked for an agreement. If they have a third party agreement with those groups, they did not give it to us up to now, and so we're going to make our report on Tuesday. But this was just an alarming to us to make that discovery. It's not only that. There is another company up there that China Union brought, and they are out there. They are importing chemicals, to blast the iron ore. They use chemicals and other things. But this company, when we asked China Union how did they get there, they say they don't know, but they are operating in their premises. And this company is selling chemicals to other companies that even come from Ivory Coast, that come from Guinea, that come from Sierra Leone, and even to ArcelorMittal and other companies in Liberia. So the question is, how did you get up here? And China Union was telling us, we don't know how they're here, but they are here. And so we have to launch further inquiries to make sure we find out from the mines and energy minister and maybe concession too. So that the discoveries are so many.
Okay. Just before we get
surprised.
Just
before we go, let me just give you one more major finding.
You want to bring all of your reports here now?
No, it's not all of the reports. We are reporting to the Liberian people. We work for the Liberian people. We want them to know what is unfolding at China Union because we're going to hold them responsible. China Union is constructing a gigantic factory, which is good for Liberia for the concession, right? Okay. But they are going beyond what is in the MDA. What they are putting up is huge, more than what is prescribed or described in the MDA, and that is wrong. If they want to go beyond the MDA, they got to renegotiate the MDA, make sure we make other amendment or we review the MDA for such, amendment to be accepted by the
So
government.
either they want to be doing other work.
So they are doing things based on their own volition, their desire, because they feel they are in a place operating that nobody is watching them. And we also want to hold Lands, Mines, and Energy Ministry accountable because they are the direct supervisors of these concessions that are in Liberia, including the concession investment bureau. We also hold them, we call them, all of us to sit around the table to see why these things slip on all of us, our observation, slip on our oversight. We need to take this issue serious. And this is why, some of these people that are in other mining areas are now protesting. The protest is ongoing in Cape Mount. I understand that there are issues with the Bauchico.
Right.
Already, the China Union, one of the things that led us there was protest. But as soon as we came in, we did the first public hearing. We found out the reasons and we held China Union responsible, and they've already paid 60,000 to the workers for their scholarship payment for their children to go to school because they were supposed to be.
That is right after the first hearing.
Yes, after the first hearing, because they are supposed to help these people fix the school, the children go to school. So since they didn't do it, they promised them these monies and they didn't pay the money. And perhaps either April or May, they're supposed to make the other payment of 60,000 again to the employees. So our visit, our involvement has already started yielding the results, but it's just the tip of the iceberg, and China Union will hold them responsible to make sure they observe what is written in the MDA.
Just before we leave China Union, I'm concerned about what you talked about. After 10 years, 5 years, 10% of Liberians,
30%, 5 years, 30%
of Liberians
should be in
senior management position.
And 10 years, 70%.
Okay. So, did you also establish as to what the management of China Union put out the vacancies, but there were not qualified individuals to occupy position? Because sometimes you go to church, you say, "Oh, we have checked here for an engineer that's supposed to be in this area, but there's no engineer here."
There are many ways we can carry on our investigation. We make the inquiries and other documents that we do ask for. We ask for China Union to come up with their organizational chart and to bring also their payroll, and they submitted those to us. And we went through them and we asked why is it that Liberians are not there, and they got no answers. So that is how we know it. If you submit your payroll to me according to the organizational chart, this position is supposed to be for this person. According to the MDA, I look at it, then I ask for your payroll, and I look into your payroll, and I see no Liberian. So then, of course, I see why, and you got no answer. So I will feel that either it's done intentionally or it's through trickery of the Liberian people.
Now you started with China Union. You have this right before you, the issue of Kinjor, B Mountain, wherein a specialized committee was set up yesterday by the speaker, and I guess the committee has started work already because there were protests here yesterday. It was chaotic. Is your committee part of the specialized committee? Because it's here on construction.
Yes, I'm the chair on investment and concession. We are not part of the specialized committee. The House works through committees, and it's the prerogative of the speaker to decide the committee. But in this case, when there is protest for labor issues, protest for concession issues, and that also breaches the security of that area. So these, if you're setting up a joint committee, these committees should be part of it. But it's the wisdom of the speaker to set up a specialized committee. You have to watch the nomenclature of the committees. So it's not a joint committee, but he set up a specialized committee. And in my opinion and experience for setting up specialized committee is when a committee fails to complete its tasks in the time frame given them, or for some reason they cannot continue to produce the results anticipated by the House of Representatives, the Speaker, in his wisdom and his gabble, has the right to set up a specialized committee. And this specialized committee that was set up by the Speaker in his wisdom. And they made the first trip yesterday. Immediately we were still in session, the Speaker called for that committee when he set it up. And when they reported back, I read from the chat room, they arrived back to Monrovia, I think pretty close to midnight, and they made some reports there. It was good that they went there. At least they are able to calm, the people, and we hope our people will listen to them. There's no need for further agitation. There is need for them to listen to their deputies. They elected the representatives, and the people went out there. The representatives went out there because of them. Let us all remain, non-violent. Let us obey, let us follow up. Let us see the giving an ultimatum period of, I think they say, according to
2 weeks.
report. No, the Speaker gave 2 weeks, but the spokesman for the community and the workers out there gave 1 week. Okay. Anyway, I'm sure the committee and the people out there and the House will work it out to see the best way to fast track these things so that we can restore peace and harmony.
So my question is, because they have been concerned that leaving out the Committee on National Security, leaving out the Committee on Labor, leaving out the Committee on Construction and Investment and Construction, do you think the true intent of the committee will be achieved? All these committees are important to be part of the investigation, and the Speaker yesterday told the committee members to do all in their powers to ensure that the interests of the people is paramount and that the peace of the country is protected.
I trust the ability of the committee members. Again, it is not a joint committee but a special committee. It's an ad hoc committee.
Right.
I try to explain to you, if there's a joint committee, the joint committee will have to come from each aspect for which the workers are protesting. If they are protesting for labor, a labor person got to be there. If they are protesting for MDA issue, concession got to be there. And since it's a breach of security. In fact, if that is the case, like in this case, security should have been on the committee because that's a breach of security. According to what we are hearing, whether it's true or not, we found out our colleagues that made the fact finding yesterday. One person may have been dead or is dead.
We are getting a report of 2 persons.
Okay, yeah. So until we verify the numbers, but our colleagues that went out there reported that they had to make some contribution for the body to be transported to the mortuary.
Wow.
But they did not see the body. So there's something there that we also have to verify.
Right.
Why we empathize, we sympathize with the families of the person that is dead, and this should not be. This is about us, all of us as Liberians, no matter what the case is. Nobody should die, in my opinion. So I would believe that the committee will do due diligence, they will do their work effectively, they will have more time, make it faster, to fast track it. And I believe there's another committee supposed to move in either today or tomorrow, because that was just fact finding. So the committee that is established by the Speaker, the ad hoc committee will move in very soon. We're looking at all that. But it's the wisdom of the Speaker to decide whether he's going with a joint committee or he's going with a specialized committee. But the only thing is for a specialized committee to go in, that must have been perhaps a failure of a particular committee to achieve its objective.
So that can also be termed as a misstep on the part of the Speaker. In my words,
I don't want to call it a misstep. I want to say it's the use of his gavel and how he wants to.
That's why I said in my words or in my own words. That could be a misstep, because that's why I said in mine. That could be a misstep. If now you can, we can term it as a misstep on the part of the Speaker. But there are other constructions company as well, like you got Firestone, like Firestone has been on the media for reportedly bad labor practice, not respecting the contractual agreement. Do you intend to go as far as well? Because Firestone is one of the companies, if not, you hear many Liberians say, our lawmakers do not go there because it is an American company. Mind you, America respect labor. There's no one in America that will complain about America not respecting labor. And why is Firestone operating in Liberia that Liberians will say our lawmakers do not have what they call that face to go and look into the face of management of Firestone and say, hey, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're supposed to be doing the why you're not doing it.
We are getting some reports from people, workers in Firestone about bad labor practices. And I can assure you this committee, this time in this 55th, will do everything possible to go to all of the concessions in Liberia. All. There is even one in my county. I will go there. I would lead my colleagues to go there. But without a Firestone, it's already under the spotlight. One thing that is saddening to me is one gentleman called me. You know, our people follow the news too, and they get to know that you are the chairman for the committee and said, Chairman, I just like to inform you, I'm here. I've been working at Firestone for so long, and let me tell you that in the camp, he called the name, I don't remember, where I live, we have electricity.
Oh, yeah.
Light pole is standing in the midst of the camp, but we don't have electricity in our homes. And I said, are you serious? He said, yes. Since Firestone has been Firestone, we do not have electricity in our homes.
That is true.
But
that is
management, the middle management, all of those other senior people, supervisors, they have electricity, but the people do not have electricity. So I'm wondering how these people can even charge their phones. I was thinking, how did he charge his phone?
They gotta go to Country or they go to
another place to charge the phone. So these are unacceptable. I mean, electricity is now a basic need. It's a need. That's light. Light is life. So those issues, we try to pick them with Firestone. We try. Look, it's good if we do a fact finding. We take it to the concessionaire and ask you. So these are the things that we found out. Give us your response, and we can work it out. But we are going to hold all of the concessions in Liberia responsible.
The issue of Firestone, but that's I can tell you, I can attest to is true. When you go to Region City, you experience it. You see the light pole red over the pressing house, and they don't have.
That is totally unacceptable. It's not fair in the 21st century that people look at electricity, but they do not use the electricity. Putting a light bulb in the middle of a camp to reflect some lights for them to see, I agree, but it's not the
and you go in and have they're using candles.
They're using candles, they don't have opportunities to warm or store their little food, to charge their phone. There's no way we can live without electricity. I mean, it's unacceptable. It's strongly unacceptable. So we'll get to Firestone as well. If anybody said before in the past that lawmakers were not going to Firestone or afraid to go to Firestone.
Because you love America, you don't want to be denied visa, so you don't want to talk to an American company.
What would traveling to America do with you exercising your rights, doing the job of the Liberian people? We'll go to Firestone, I can assure you. We invite Firestone, you get the news. We're just getting this Okinjo thing and other concessions things that where there's no peace to restore peace. And gradually we'll roll out to all of the concessions in this country.
Thank you. Please go to Firestone. Please go to Firestone. And maybe I will remind you, Honorable, have you gone to Firestone? If you say no, I'll say please go to Firestone and see for yourself. 0776296659, 0776296659. Honorable P. McDre is Maryland County District 1 representative. He's here this morning on the True Breakfast Show. He's the chairperson on investment and construction. I remember that position was one occupied by Representative Rosa Taponwe later on. Good morning.
A pleasant good morning to you and good morning to the Honorable Studio.
Let's hear you.
My name is Hussein Kew, and I phone in Panorama Jakarta District 2.
Okay.
Thank you many thanks to your studio guest. You spoke convincingly and provide some clarity and attention towards the betterment of our country. But on yesterday, the speaker said a committee, and I clearly listened to the former speaker. And to my understanding, that committee should have comprised of the chairperson on labor and the chairperson on security. care were excluded from that committee. So I don't know his state. And moving forward, like you said, with basic other protection areas, the issue of Great Kitman County, I hear from Kitman, they have been a low.
Let's get your question, brother.
Yes, so thank you.
All right, let me talk to this person. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine.
Good morning, let's hear you.
So my name is Stephen Jones, and I'm calling from Facebook. So I want to thank the Honorable Mayor for the assessment done so far. Augustine again shows you that there are qualified Nigerians here who is mining engineers, who is geology, and the ideas laundering all around agriculture. Augustine, what the Honorable Mayor has just explained about China is just a of the iceberg. If you go to enjoy.
Oh, the guy going off the line. Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
You say your name is your name is what? Okay. Okay. Will you publish the contractual agreement? Let me talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Good morning, the Honorable Ministerial.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. My question is, what if a group of citizens from Bon County, especially from former district from which we came, were to take China Union to the Supreme Court to file a prohibition on them, or that they can comply with the part of the mineral development agreement that they have reached? For example, like the building of the road, the employment of at least 30% Liberian into senior management courses and other things that they have not done that they have done, that they should have done over the past time. Would you be in agreement with that?
Okay. Will you support them taking China Union to the Supreme Court? Good morning. You got to walk away from your monitor. But you're still there. You're saying, sorry, I will leave you and take another person because this is something we say to you every time. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning to the lovely God. Let me appreciate him for his liberation and Daniel Johnson from Habel Firestone. If we say we have confidence in the 55th legislature, we believe that they will do the needed thing. But because in the situation in our country, we are more reactive to issue than being proactive. I think the situation in Kinjo, if we are being handled, nonsense, we could not experience the chaotic scene that we are seeing today. So we are encouraging our leaders. Once you people start to hear some of these things, you people institute a committee seriously to go handle the matter. Please, you people should not wait for a chaotic situation to occur before handling the issue. Thank you.
Okay, Daniel, we'll take this call and go to our guest. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Augustine. How you doing?
Good morning, Chief. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. This is another from calling from District 4, Monserrato.
Okay.
Good morning.
I would love to commend you for your hard work in the interest of the Liberian people. And I really appreciate the oversight responsibility. And it's no mistake that you're heading the Concession Investment Committee in the House. We want to applaud you and your colleagues. And we pray that God will give you people the strength to visit all of the concessions across Liberia and show that best labor practice are carried out in the interest of our people. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. We have to get to our guest right here. Let me just squeeze in this person. Call the radio. I couldn't get the person. Good morning. I hope you're not near your monitor again.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Michelle V. I'm calling from the New Jersey estate.
Let's hear you.
My question to your guest is, Representative Juris, is how can we rest assured that with all of these investigations he conducted in 3 months will be affecting people in terms of solutions given alternative? Because I'm from the Maryland, and I know he's from Maryland. Over the years, investigated for the people.
All right, so you asking for the assurances, my man. Let's get to you on a so he's asking for the assurance.
Okay.
I think you follow the colors, three colors.
Yes. Let me say thanks to all of the callers. I follow them religiously, intelligently, I listen keenly, and I try to capture all of them. The first caller was Hussein Piao, something like that, and he was talking about the committee setup, making inquiry why security and I think he said labor is not on the committee. Like I said again, the House works through committees, and it's the prerogative of the Speaker to set up either a specialized committee or a joint committee. In this case, it's not a joint committee, it's an ad hoc committee, which is a specialized committee. So it's the wisdom of the Speaker to decide who goes to the investigation. The good thing is, I believe in and trust in the capacity, the ability of all of those lawmakers that are on the fact-finding. That is the fact-finding mission yesterday. The ad hoc committee will move in very soon. The fact-finding is just to allay all of the troubles to make sure there's peace restored, and the ad hoc committee will move in and they will do legislative diligence to the process. It's good that yesterday the team that went in already restored calm, and I hope our people can listen to them and remain calm during the period. There's another gentleman. So it's the decision of the Speaker to set up either a joint committee. If it's a joint committee, that means it's a committee comprising of different committees for different purposes. If labor issue is there, a labor man will be there. Concession issue will be there, or judiciary or somebody from the different committees according to what is transpiring at that particular place. But this is a specialized committee. A specialized committee is an ad hoc committee, and that ad hoc committee will be moving in. Yesterday, it was a quick impact intervention, and so a fact-finding committee went in. So these are the legislative, nomenclatures that have been used when these things are set up.
Okay, so
they also one gentleman called from Bond County. He said he really want to know if Bond County people would take the case to Supreme Court. So
he's asking if the people of Bond County take
will
you support it?
That is what he said. That is what I'm coming to. If they will take the case to Supreme Court, whether I will support. Now, first of all, we have to understand that non-complying issues is not crime. It's not a crime. It's just that they are not obeying. When there are certain things that you disobey and certain things that you obey, but we got to separate crime from disobedience. So what we have to do is to make them to obey. They must follow it. If you're non-compliant, that means they say don't pass on the road and you pass in there, right? If you pass on the road and something happened to you, we blame you, we hold you responsible. So we hold China Union responsible. Non-compliance, like about if you're not employing Liberians, that's Supreme Court business. You will make it to employ Liberians in those positions. And once you not employ Liberians, they will hold onto your agreement. Then you don't move forward.
Okay.
These are some of the things. These are some of the actions we'll be suggesting to. Will be making recommendation to plenary, and plenary, I believe, will listen to us. Daniel Johnson called from Firestone. He also is asking the House through the Speaker to speed up the investigation at King George. And I told him already, the team went in and came back last night. They will make preliminary, report to plenary to the Speaker. But we already know that they did extensive work. And they were there, and the Senate got there, and they worked together. That's a good thing.
Assurance.
Yeah, Daniel Johnson. Daniel Johnson, he called from Firestone. The last guy called from he didn't
Nubia, right?
Well, Nubia, I didn't pick up the place he called for, but he's asking for
the estate, right?
Yeah, he's calling for whether this committee can give assurance to the Liberian people that what we are investigating will benefit the Liberian people. And this is what I want to say, my brother Newell. This is why we are bringing it to the public. Since we started as a committee, particularly working together as a joint committee on China Union, all of our deliberations have been in the public. The first hearing, was a public hearing. The second was a public hearing. The third, we made a fact-finding mission. We carried journalists alone. They were there. The footages are there.
Unlike the one yesterday, the committee did not carry journalists. I don't know why they didn't carry journalists.
No, I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking
no,
about
I'm just
today.
acknowledging
so
that the
we
one
just want to
yesterday.
assure you, brother Newbert out there, we are making disclosure to the Liberian people about what we are finding out, and also we'll be making a report to plenary. We'll make recommendations to plenary, and plenary will act on it. But here is it: we made a mission. We are going to submit our report, the findings, to China Union, and on Monday again, on the press, on the media, China Union will respond to what the findings are saying. They will have to tell us, yes, what you saw is true, or what you saw is not true, and we'll say what is the reason, and they'll say X, Y, and Z, and plenary will look in between and come up with a decision. But we are here to work for the Liberian people. Just to close up, I was a little boy, very, very small, when I used to read about how resources are in this country. Until I became a lawmaker, I'm witnessing, seeing that this country is rich. If we put our acts together, we work hard, a population of 5 million, with the resources we have, we need good leadership. We need dedicated Liberians in positions. We need even people that will be patriotic to lead this country to where we want to go. With the resources we have, we should be living at least like a middle-income country. So I saw iron ore, I couldn't believe it. Just pick up rocks, they are there. I saw gold at the mountain, I couldn't believe it. Just for laughter, are now getting in a new democracy, a new dispensation of to make sure we work harder for our people to change the story of Liberia.
Just for laughter, there are people who say the CDC lawmakers, only now they are seeing that there are a lot of resources. The country, a lot in the country that can develop the country. All the time people were in position, you were controlling the amount of authority of the country. You did not see the need, you did not see the resources of the country. But I would like to say thank you for honoring our invite. And we'll always invite you. If you're in opposition, I will put that opposition.
I will not leave that statement alone. Let me tell you, everywhere around the world, every democracy, every government, there is always people up in opposition and people in position.
But you are good at opposition.
If you think opposition is a natural habitat for the CDC, that's your opinion. But wherever we are,
maybe that's the reason why they didn't get second term, because you can do better in opposition.
We will continue to be the mouthpiece for our people.
In opposition.
Wherever we are, opposition, on position, side position, back position, talking for our people. This job that I hold, I was not elected because I am a CDC. I'm elected because of what I'm capable of doing, and I affiliate with a party. When we
don't have the president from the Southeast.
Let me just say this. I believe all CDCs or CDC lawmakers will become advocates. They are advocates. They speak on behalf of their people.
And I said,
whatever the government proffers, if it is good, it's good for Liberia. Nobody is going to talk. But if it is not good, that is our responsibility.
Thank you. I follow Mama C. We said the rest call it on various platforms. Now they are in opposition. They're always speaking the truth when they are in opposition. So perhaps what they want to keep in the opposition so that you will speak the truth.
It's not a destiny. Very soon you will see the.
You were tested on leadership in a dream of an hour. They took it from you because during your leadership time you could not just talk.
Let me just.
Thank you. We'll bring you back. We'll bring you here on one of our.
CDC remains very popular. Let me just tell you the fact that this election that CDC lost, it was not more than 20,000. It's not even equal to a district. That's just. Look, between winning and losing, the line is very thin. And anybody can lose or win with that thin line. So the CDC is still a popular party.
Let me just ask the video guy to give me 1 minute, 30 seconds. Let me ask you the question. You think the protocol from the RI were in error to have denied President William the presidential law?
Let me be hypothetical on this one. And by saying that, if it happened, that was very wrong.
He's not a president.
No. How do you refer to him?
He's
that launch is what? A presidential launch.
But he's not a president.
No, he's President Emeritus. That is the word you should.
No, but in his capacity now, he's been treated as a VIP.
Listen, we should be happy that we have living president and give them the due respect. A living president, a president emeritus, in the case of George Weah, must be respected, protected, defended in all matters.
That's why he did not pass through the regular areas. He passed through the VIP.
That's what I said. I was just being hypothetical. If it happened, it was wrong.
Okay, so you call it for investigation, right?
I didn't call due respect to the president emeritus. Okay. We have the president.
The CDC law, because I know you will not disagree with that one. But he's not a president anymore. You are giving a VIP treatment.
Listen, there are certain titles that when you have them. I'm Honorable Majority. Until death, I am Honorable Majority. I call me that respect. The Liberian or a democracy allows that. President Weah is president emeritus. So I call him the respect as president emeritus.
He cannot enter the executive mansion or go to the conference room of the executive mansion, the president executive mansion conference room without the knowledge of President Wakai giving.
Of course, he has to get the information.
We cannot pass through the presidential laws without getting the.
But I call him the respect. That is why we are saying whoever that was out there that stopped him, if that is why I say I'm hypothetical. I don't want to believe that person did it. If they did it, it's absolutely wrong.
Thank you, Honorable Jury, for honoring our impact. Thank you so kindly for following us this morning on the Truth Breakfast Show. It has been Augustine, Saah, and Korries Karngar. We're taking our weekend break. It has been relayed on Truth FM 96.9 in Saclay, Radio Maigibi, and Radio Bashu in Maigibi County. People's TV brought us live as well, then also live on Truth FM via TV page. You have yourself a pleasant and lovely weekend.